I've just done my thumbnail shot, so it's time to put the hair back up and let's get into this week's video, shall we? Yes, well, here we go. Week 2 on keto. So, excuse the mad hair, you get that for free. Let's get the housekeeping out of the way. Welcome to the house that is officially mad. You're mad too because you're watching this mug on that screen. You're welcome. If you're new around here, welcome again. And if you like what I do around here and you haven't subscribed, consider smashing that subscribe button down below. Everything helps. Subscribing, giving us a thumbs up, commenting below. You can comment on anything you like, no matter what it may be. I am trying to get into the habit of answering people, everybody, because I like to give people a little bit of time. So, where are you from? How are you doing? You got anything to say about the video coming up? Down below in the comments section, that's the place to do it. There are other ways that you can support me. I have channel memberships. I have GoFundMe. No obligation to do that or the memberships thing. I also have Buy Me a Coffee. Again, no obligation to do any of that. And if you really want to find out when I'm going to be doing videos and when they get uploaded, click that notify bell. And if you select all, you'll know any time I upload a video. And there's nothing wrong with being nosy. Yeah, no problems with that at all. And I have no problems with people being nosy when I upload a video. So knock yourself out. But again, disclaimer, no obligation to do any of that. Still love you. So let's get into this week, shall we? So week 2. Now, before I start, I think I'm going to preface this by mentioning a little something that happened in the comments section below of last week's video. Now, whether it be a bot or a real person, that I'm not entirely sure of. However, they did nothing but comment in all caps, which, you know, if you've been around the interwebs enough, that signifies somebody is trying to shout at you. It's like, okay, whatever. But basically they were upset, and I get why they were upset. And I have answered their comments accordingly. But it was their first comment that really caught me off guard. And I'm like, you're not my supervisor. Who says I'm not allowed to report every single weight loss victory or defeat that I have? Who says, do you, to the person who is maybe watching this, do you run my channel? Do you get to say what I can and can't say and when I can and can't say it? Yeah, you're not my boss. And my journey is my journey, and no one gets to dictate what information I pass on to people. And to call me reckless with saying that the carnivore lifestyle is the way to go, to accuse me of being reckless because they've had a bad experience with it, I didn't appreciate that. I'm just letting you know. I did not appreciate it. It helped me to start with. I found my ceiling with it, which is why I am on keto now. So please don't think, if you're new around here, please don't think that you can dictate to me what I do and don't say. This is my house. I'll say what I like. Thank you. Also, I thought it was kind of obvious, given the thumbnail, that I am now on a ketogenic lifestyle. To get a question, oh, are you keto now? Yeah, the clue's in the thumbnail. Sorry, I'm not sorry. But if people are going to skip the videos and not get the full context of my videos, then that's on them. If what I'm going to do from this point on, if people are going to ask me a question that I have clearly indicated in just my thumbnail alone, I'm going to redirect people to watch the video and all of it, not just the last part of the spreadsheet, because I do say a lot of stuff. I do give a lot of information on what I experience and what I eat and things like that. So please don't come at me with questions when I've already covered it in the video. Come on now. Come on now. Anyway, we've got that out the way. So this week, the ravenous hunger is actually starting to sort of settle just a little bit, which I'm quite grateful for. I'm getting to about just a little over 2/3 of my meals now and going, okay, I'm getting full. And that ravenous part subsides towards the end of a meal. If I'm left with just maybe 2 or 3 forkfuls or spoonfuls or what have you, I will eat those, because that's just me going, all right, I'm getting there, but I'm not there. So I try to sort of have those extra spoonfuls, to not waste food, but I want to make sure that I am putting in the nutrients into my body that I do know that I need right now. I'm going to be a little bit more diligent with taking photographs of what I eat so that you can see, and I'll try to give, like, maybe put a ruler next to the bowl or the plate or whatever, so that you can see the size of the plate. I will be doing that from next week onwards, and I'm going to be very diligent with what I do in terms of taking those photographs, okay? The breakfasts have always had the bulletproof coffee in it. It's still 2 tablespoons of the MCT oil, a decent knob of unsalted butter in there, and also just still 1 tablespoon of cream. I don't feel like it's possible even that I could reduce the cream, probably, and I might try that next week, because it's so creamy and so nice to drink. I can count on one hand the amount in fact, actually, no. Since last week, I've not had 2 coffees in any given day. It's just been that one in the morning, and that's it. Again, though, I can count on one hand the amounts of cups of tea that I've had after dinner. I try to make it like a dessert for after dinner, straight after dinner, so I can get that done and dusted. But I only have it when I feel like it, and more often than not, I haven't felt like it. So my hot drink has been mostly that bulletproof coffee in the morning, and I get through this darn thing, which still has, it has Pellegrino water in it, ice. It has 3 to 4 tablespoons of diet cordial in it. It has a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar and a teaspoon of my electrolytes, which comprises of potassium, magnesium, and salt. Honestly, there is so much water in that you cannot taste that there's vinegar in it. I'm just saying. That all you're really left with is the apple sort of flavor, and I don't know, barely can taste the salt. So it just tastes like I'm drinking cordial. I can't drink bubbly water anymore. We're going to have to remove them from the shelves because they're just gathering dust. I find them completely tasteless, and they're just basically, I think, soda water with just that slight flavoring. I don't think there's any minerals in it like, Pellegrino would have. So I don't quite know what sort of purpose it's going to serve me. So I'm going to shelf the bubbly water for now and, come back to it later if I feel the need. My breakfasts have consisted still of at least a whole avocado with a little bit of egg mayonnaise in the holes of the avocado where the pit would be. I've either had, that and a tin of red salmon, or that and, some ham. Like this morning, for instance, I had all of those things with some egg mayonnaise all mixed together, and I, demolished it. But towards the end there was about maybe 2 or 3 tablespoons left of the meal itself. And I was like, okay, that ravenous kind of feeling that I had subsided before I actually finished the meal. So I'm looking at that as a good sign that my body is starting to feel okay. All right, we're feeling pretty safe here. We're good. We're good. We're going good. As for lunch, it's been strange. I'll either have a combination of the above with the addition of some lettuce, or honestly, some days I've just wanted some pork crackles. Seriously, that's all I've really wanted. But I'd say out of the week itself, obviously I had my birthday lunch on Sunday. I'll get into that in a moment. So that's one day. I'd say out of 7 days, there has been one, two, maybe 5 days where 4 day birthday lunch, 4 additional days where I've had any of the combination of the breakfast with some lettuce. The other 2 days have been just pork crackles because that is all I've really felt like. I didn't really feel like anything big at that time, so I didn't do it. Dinners have again the sometimes it's a salad again with all of those things, but a slightly bigger helping. And I made my cheese soup again with the chicken in it. And I always make a point of putting in those, either the broccoli, the cauliflower. I haven't got to the Brussels sprouts yet. Got to be in the mood for those. But it's mostly been broccoli or cauliflower, and I'm good with it. I'm completely good with it. Let's talk about what I ate on my birthday on Sunday. So when I got up, I still had my bulletproof coffee. I had just a whole avocado with some egg mayonnaise in it. And for lunch, it was seafood galore. Lots of seafood. And by all accounts, it was nice to sit in front of a meal like that, not having to worry about what it was cooked in, this, that, and the other. We all know that, some people are very, very sensitive to seed oils and stuff like that. I get it. There was some crumbed fish on this platter for 2, but I stayed away from that because it's crumbed. There were chips. I stayed away from that because taters. But I had, my husband, bless his heart, he let me have lobster. I really wanted lobster. So I had half a lobster, and it had a lovely garlicky, creamy sauce on it with a little bit of cheese. I didn't feel guilty about it. I knew that it was going to be okay. I just knew it would be. It was keto friendly. I had a lot of prawns. A lot. Well, by a lot, I mean about 5. Smoked salmon. What was it I called? It was a grub. A Moreton Bay grub. They were okay. They were nice. The crab, lovely, but a bit bland for my taste. But, I do like crab. So I had my proper fill of seafood. My husband, he took me out to the lunch, and it was just wonderful to have that meal in front of him. And the thing is, I've always had a really big issue with eating in public. I hate it. Just so you know. Can't stand it. Psychologically, I always think people go, oh, look at that fat girl. Look at her filling her face with food. I'm like, so I just rather not go there. So I try to avoid it, but I don't know what it is about the lunch that I had with my husband. I just didn't give a stuff. For the first time in my life, eating in public, it was like, I don't care. I just don't care. So that was nice. Not going to lie to you there. We did not have dessert. Obs. Now for dinner, my darling youngest son, he made chicken tenders. Now my dipping sauce was whole egg mayonnaise. However, the chicken tenders was made up with, he made it with panko breadcrumbs for the family. But for me, he took a few packets of my pork crackles and ground them up within an inch of their lives. And he coated them in that for me. And I've got some left over. I couldn't eat them all. I've got some left over. I'm going to chop those up. They're going in a salad tonight. Just saying. So that is what I had. It was, for the most part, a keto-friendly meal. But, and all I'm going to say is that I did have one thing that wasn't on plan, It was portion controlled, like highly portion controlled, but you're going to get the results of that on Friday. Look out for a video called The Cupcake Theory. That's all I'm going to say. I'm still gathering evidence, still doing the thing, and I hope that it will interest you, because even I'm interested. So I'm going to save all that information. I had one little Black Forest Gatto sort of cupcake. That was my birthday cake. That was the only thing I allowed myself that was off plan. But what would that do to the blood sugars? What would that do to ketosis? That's going to be in Friday's video. All right? So stay tuned for that one. Without much further ado, I'm guessing we should cue the montage. So as of the time of making this video, I have not done the editing of the images and brought them all in. So I don't know how jarring that is going to be for me. I've always seen a difference whenever I've looked at those pictures. What I can say, though, there are some who will know what I mean, and there are some that won't. And maybe those that do know what I mean can explain it in the comments below. To those that maybe don't understand it, I have a severe case of the whoosh feeling. By that I mean I feel thinner up here. I feel thinner on the shoulders. Like it's all up here. I can feel like it's dropped and going away. And I've even noticed that the composition of the gobble neck, it's not dropping as much as it's going up. I don't know if that's because of the increased fats. No idea. Absolutely no idea whatsoever. But, you know, there is a definite whoosh feeling that I have. And it's all up here. It's all up here in the shoulders, especially on the shoulders and here, just directly here. There feels like there's a greater gap between here and here. So I don't know if anybody would like to explain why that happens. Knock yourself out, because I'd like to know. All I know is it's called the whoosh effect. I don't know. Absolutely no idea. I'm still piddling a lot. I'm also waking up in the morning with a lot less pain in my legs. Hate to say it, but less than when I was on carnivore. Hate to say it. Some would say you shouldn't say the following phrase, but, you know, I'm going to say it. It is what it is. It's not that I was bad at carnivore, folks, and it's not to say that it isn't sustainable. Of course it is, because, you know, there are so many people that have to be on it for their own safety and their own health. They have to. And I'll say this again until I'm blue in the face, especially to the one who spoke at me in all caps. It is not our job to judge someone for what they choose in the way of low carb, keto, ketovore, carnivore, or lion. It's not our job. I am a really good example of what happens when things don't work. Carnivore was great to start with. It really was. And I wasn't bad at carnivore. It's just that I feel like my whole body, my whole nervous system, whatever you like, just could not sustain it. Couldn't do it. And the introduction of vegetables for me have been a game changer. I cannot touch steak, beef, lamb, can't touch it. Ugh. Bacon, still, I can't even, everybody's banned from even cooking it. I can't stand the smell of bacon or steak being cooked. Ew. I'm basically chicken, fish, or ham. I can't go anywhere near red meat. I can't do it. I don't know how long it's going to be before I can again. But that's me. That's me. No one person should judge someone else for what they choose to do with their dietary lifestyle. Do we like people being vegan? Probably not, but it's their choice. And you don't get to all caps somebody in a comment section because it goes against what you believe. That's not how this works. Get out of your own way for a second. And if you're getting riled up and angry like that, maybe you haven't healed quite as much as you think you have yet. So keep your mouth shut. Like my mother used to say to me, if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. Just zip it. Zip. Think twice. And don't come at me with all caps, because I will call you out. I'm not putting up with it. Not from anyone. That's me off my soapbox. Just be kind, people. The clue is in my ending, which is coming up. Be kind to those around you. Just saying. Protect your peace. Me speaking up for myself right now about comments is me protecting my peace. Don't take any crap. See previous comment. And be kind to yourself. See previous comment. You are loved. You are appreciated. And you are enough. Until Friday and the cupcake theory. I'll see you then, folks. Love ya. Mwah.